I'm chillin'. I have a little bit of a serious conversation we gotta have. And it's not serious bad, it's just a little bit of background. Like, why me and my mom are so close now. Because we weren't always. In fact, I was daddy's girl. It's the reason why I have daddy tattooed on my wrist. My dad was my everything. He was my hero. I was his kid and my brother was my mom's kid. You know, they divided and conquered. So my mom and I didn't really know each other for a long time. But when I was a teenager, when I was a teenager, my dad died. And a big part of me did too. And I was lost. And when I say lost, I mean it. Like, I threw myself really deep into a very abusive relationship, and I was in a living situation that was slowly but surely and then rather quickly killing me. But the only one that stood by me was my mom, who up until that point had been kind of a stranger. And not like a stranger, but just we weren't close, you know? I didn't try. She did. I didn't. And my dad died suddenly. We lost him in a matter of weeks, from diagnosis to death. And all of our lives were shaken, but my mom, I don't know how she did it. Because overnight, she became a widow. She became a single mother. She became the sole owner of a business in an industry that she wasn't terribly familiar with, that was male-dominated. She was a property owner. She had car payments. She had credit card debt that wasn't hers. And she carried 2 kids who were falling apart. And no one could have prepared her for that. But she did it. And the fact that I was so deep in this abusive relationship, my mom had to literally kidnap me and take me to the other side of the state to deprogram me. It was crazy. And then shortly after, I became really, really sick and I almost died. And so there my mom was trying to run a business, take care of a 12-year-old boy, a teenage girl who was on the brink of death, and still run her own life and grieve on her. She was the strongest person I've ever met in my life. And she literally hasn't taken a break since then. Until now. There was some situations going on in her life at work, not at home, that were so exhausting and just cruel. And it never ceases to amaze me the level of cruelty that people can show to one another. So she took some time off, and I love everything about it. Because we went from strangers to best friends, and then I didn't get to see my best friend. And the only time I did, she was hurting. And it was in the few hours after she came home from work every day. And when a grown woman is brought to tears on almost a daily basis, that's heartbreaking. It's also unacceptable. So in this time off, I try really hard to pump her up and just, have fun with her and do the things that we enjoy, because I don't get a ton of time with her. So I really want to enjoy it. And I want her to enjoy it too. More than anything, I want her to remember her worth. Because she's so amazing. She's the strongest person I've ever met in my life. She's unbreakable. And I would be so fortunate to be even an ounce of the woman she is. So if I seem a little overly excited when I'm with her, it's because I am. Because I just fucking love my mom. Because she's the best.